You have a pretty decorated athletic past back in Rapid City. You were a three-sports standout at Rapid City Stevens High School, won a volleyball state title. You were a track champ in the 4x100 meter relay, and you played a little basketball as well. I mean, it obviously takes a lot of different gifts to be able to do that kind of thing, especially at the level that you were able to. So I guess my first question would be, when did you realize growing up that just how athletic you might be?
I'm not really sure, but just like growing up, I always was playing a sport, like no matter like what it was. Like I played like softball for a little bit. I played soccer, track, volleyball. I think I kind of like always knew basketball was always my favorite sport growing up, and I was always around it even when I was little and stuff. So I think just being around it and that being the most enjoyable sport for me to play.
One claim to fame for you. Anytime you can be named alongside Becky Hammon in anything, basketball related, that's pretty cool. Obviously, Rapid City Stevens, she was a native and she went to that high school and she had a career assist record until you took it away from her. What does that actually mean to you?
It's really not something that like I ever really thought that I could do in high school. So when it did happen, it was really exciting. You know, she's a great player and she has a lot of records at Stevens. So it was cool just to be able to get that one.
How about your transition to USB and what was it about South Dakota that made you want to be a Kyah?
Big thing was the team aspect of everything. I really liked how they were as a team and how everyone really cares for each other here. And the coaching staff is great. I also like their style of play.
You work your way into the starting lineup and then this injury happens, you know, and I don't know how many times you've dealt with injuries in your past, but certainly your first year of college and things were going well for you and something like that happened. Just describe like what all you were dealing with there in terms of what happened and how it happened.
I had like injured my foot during a game. And I think it was a couple days later that I found out that I wouldn't be able to like play. And it was supposed to be for like the rest of the season. It was sad that I knew that like I couldn't be out there, but I think Coach P did a good job of like reminding me like there is things that I can do while I'm not playing, and that was like the communicating and like encouraging my teammates and stuff and helping with whatever I saw. So just like taking a different role.
Yeah, do you feel like you almost have a different kind of appreciation now that you're able to be back and out there every night?
Yes, especially because the last thing I expected was to be out, so it was very different, so I'm glad to be back.
Your overall production really has ramped up once conference play started, just under 9 points per game. You're shooting the three really well, second on the team behind Hannah and rebounding in conference play as well. But there was one particular day that stood out to me, and that was, you know, what you did against South Dakota State, a career-high 14 points against them. You got a little emotional post-game after that. Why do you think that was?
I would say probably because, you know, it was like a big game for us. And I think not being able to play in any conference game, but that one especially last year, being able to be in the game and everything, I think that was the main thing.
Where would you say your confidence level is at right now?
I would say my confidence is pretty high with like shots falling and everything, and also like getting in extra workouts with the coaches and everything helps build my confidence too, and knowing that like all my teammates have really big confidence in me also helps. So
what are some of your own personal goals for the rest of the season? Where do you want to be by the end of it?
I would say like personally just like getting better in like my practices and games and everything. And I think as like a team, we are looking forward and hoping to like be at that Summit League tournament in the championship game again, and you know, hopefully making it to the big tournament. So